Hello everybody, I hope everybody's having a great day today. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. Now, before I get into what this video is about, I did my merit for my foundation. I have not done my concealer yet because I want to talk to you about that. I used my Chanel, which I don't use often enough, but I have a few foundations I like. I mean, blushes. But I love most of my blushes, so it's hard. I also used my mini WESTMAN Atelier for my bronzer slash contour today, and I also used my let's give you names here. The contour, face contour stick, it doesn't say name, it's the only one. Lit up highlight stick in Nectar is pretty. So that is what I used so far. And I will be using a palette I have not used in far too long, and that is my Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2. The very pretty one. And it's going to be one of these two, and they both look wet and gorgeous and amazing, and I'm a dodo for not using. So what are we doing today? We are doing my concealer and we're doing my eyeshadow, and I'm going to have a talk with you. So let's get going. Alright, now for my concealer I am looking for a proper brush. Well, let's use this because it sort of has the same angle. It's not the right brush because I'm trying to copy Nikki LaRue. Somehow I discovered her on the YouTubes, and just like Rose, she is a makeup genius. That's the only way to put it. If you guys have watched a lot of my videos, you will know that I often complain when I put my concealer on that I get a lot of pilling. She broached that. It would seem I'm putting too many creams on, but I'm putting creams on because I get a lot of problems. I've got old age creeping up on me. Yeah. So what she says is use an eye serum. Just an eye serum. I put one eye serum. I usually put two. 2 eye serums, 2 creams, sometimes 3. So that would explain the pilling. So I just put one eye serum, and now I'm going to put some concealer on. So I'm going to put it like she did. Not as much, but I am going to put it like she did. I can't remember what concealer she was using as well. Let's get to the eye stuff. What she does do is she'll take some powder, okay? When I mentioned that it was Rose that swirled the brush, I think I lied about that. I don't think it was Rose. I think it was somebody else. But Nikki, this one is true. Nikki will take powder and then she'll charge it up on her hand, as opposed to me doing it in the container, which has no powder. So one way or another, I was right. It happens. It does happen. My husband will say no it doesn't, but yeah, it does. So I'm going to try. Okay, here's the hard part. I actually felt that and pressed on it, but I'm not going deeper than that. So there we go for the powder, and I like the Innisfree powder. I do. I don't know what I've got going on. I'm not going to fight it too much, but I don't look like one of those breads that is powdered in flour. I'm okay with that. And I've been dousing my lips in a lip oil, the Cab lip oil that I've had for a little while, like non-stop, because my lips have first of all, they're dry year round, but for some reason November started and it was Sahara peeling. Gross. I am dousing my lips 20 times a day in the lip oil. Now that is done, my face is done. Let's get you closer. With my number 16, I will take the lightest from my Dimensions 2 and see if I get a half decent transition. And I am trying to do a rounded eye this time. I want something simple. Do I ever do simple? I've been watching a lot of videos from new subscribers who are also YouTubers. Starting to become friends, I hope. And their looks are so beautiful and non-complicated and ethereal, and it makes me look at mine going, what have you done, Bridget? Now I'm going to go into number 2 shade, which is probably the shade that corresponds to the shimmer that I will use. And I am also putting that as a transition because the first one was not dark enough for my skin tone. But I think it gave me the basis for this shadow to go on more smoothly. So I will take that. But I'm not going to put any matte shade in my crease because my lids are so hooded that it wouldn't show. So I'm not going to waste my time with that. And I don't want to do a big to-do on the outer corner. As I said, I want to do something simple. So I want to take this one. And we shall see if I need... Okay, so the setting spray did not make a difference. So I'm just going to put it on and then see if the fingy does anything. Yeah, this is ethereal. Oh, right, I wanted to talk. Where's the talking about the getting ready with me? Okay, so it would seem that I am autistic. Which makes sense. Even my brain is making me dream about instances when I was a kid, or even a younger adult, as to scenarios where it makes sense. My brain is making me remember stuff I don't want to remember. And, well, that's pissing me off a little bit. There was a reason I wasn't remembering any of that. Why are you making me remember now? So I don't know what to do. I don't know what my next step is, and I'm pretty sure that 95% of Gen X could stand a chance to check out if they are autistic. It wouldn't surprise me because growing up, Gen X, that wasn't a thing. That really wasn't a thing. Even in the 80s, they were, if you were a girl, this is documented. In the 80s, if you were a girl, no, you're not autistic, it's only boys. We need Gen X to check it out. I have done at least 10 online tests, if not closer to, well, it's close to a dozen, but I've done a lot of online tests. And next time I see my doctor, I'm going to ask him about getting professionally evaluated. What's the point? I'm 56. What's the point in getting professionally evaluated at this point? What do I do? I mean, it explains everything. It really, everything. That's the sad part. What do I do with this knowledge now? Do I go back to everybody in my past life saying, you treated me this way, and by the way, I'm autistic? you shouldn't have? What's that got to do? I mean, I remember one of the places I worked for, I was, even though I worked accounts receivables, they had me at the reception desk, and which makes no sense to me because it's not like any customers ever came in. Actually, that's a lie. Maybe 2 in a year just to drop off a check. And I wasn't chipper enough. My job was on the line because I was not greeting the staff cheerily enough. I wish I was kidding. I really do. But yeah, the staff wanted me to greet them. I can't even think of like Elle Woods, you know, as if I was, hello, it's so good to see you today. I hope you have a great day. Look, no, seriously, I was at that stage when they finally said, okay, you're good. I wish I was exaggerating. That's what I mean about it. And I wasn't greeting people. What are you doing here? Why don't you like go back home? I wasn't doing that. I was like, you know, hi, how you doing? I have had people that I had known for a little while, neighbors and whatnot, all of a sudden start yelling at me, and they wouldn't even tell me why. One, my kids were little at this stage and would always play outside. He actually said, his little boy was the same age as my girls, and he actually said, my kid is not allowed to play with yours. And one day I was giving the kids that were playing, there was at least 15 of them, they were all getting little ice cream cones with a scoop of ice cream. He was in line and I said, can you please go ask your mom or dad if I can give it to you? Because I don't want to step on any toes, right? He never explained to me why. I am to this day racking my brain. What did I do to this family that they would hate me more than they loved their child? And that is part of the autism from what I've been reading. What have I done to that extreme that they can't love their child more than they hate me? I mean, I saw the wife and she never said anything and she always kept her head down. So I don't know, maybe it was just him, but that's my life. My life is all about stuff like that. People ghosting me. It's like one day we're having a great conversation, we're laughing, and then I've lost subscribers like that. I mean, have I ever said anything nasty to any of you? If I ask or say in a message, I can't do this, I'm gonna start crying. If I say in a message, I'm really sorry if this comes across badly, it's not meant to. That's because one day at that same job, I had, there were people that came from another location and we would always communicate by email. One lady said, oh, you're really nice. I didn't think that from your emails. I guess I come across as a witch. But no, it wasn't being about, for me, emails are boom, 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 straight to the point, you know. So, I don't know. I don't know. So now what do I do? What's my next step? Other than getting a formal diagnosis, what do I do? Do any of you have kids who are autistic and went through the system? I have a daughter who is autistic. She was diagnosed at 23. This is the daughter that I told the doctors, the pediatrician, there is something different about her. There is something. You gotta remember, I went through that with the 2 previous ones, so I had experience. Everybody said, no, she's fine. Everybody. And I knew there was something. I gave my poor girl autism. It's genetic. There's a joke in the family that goes, all the women in the family are crazy. And as far as I've found out, my mother has gone to what we call the Royal here in Ottawa, and that is the hospital for people with severe mental health issues. It has to be autism that runs in the women in the family. And as a Gen Xer, nobody thought to think of it because that didn't happen. That did not happen to girls, even in the 80s. And by the time the 90s and 2000s came around, I was on my own, an adult. Go live your life. And I was too busy with kids at that stage to just do anything about me. So before I start delving into absolute tears, I'll be back. I'm back. Okay, just perfect. Yep. I was thinking of this. You know how in my videos, no matter what's going on, I'm always putting everything away, whereas everybody else just throws things on their table? Right now, I am fighting the urge to pick up that lipstick that just fell. But in the meantime, I'm going to put on Fashion from Merit. See if I can get a little bit of fall into my summery look. I really do like these lipsticks. Merit makes a great formula, and Amanda Zed makes them exceptionally sheer. And if I wanted to, I could, but I don't. I like them more opaque. So the fact that this formula allows for both extremes is amazing. So in the meantime, if you guys know of any resources that I could read, please send them to me. Because I have read so much, my head hurts. It's not like I can go to a special school to get educated. Not at my age. I mean, I wouldn't mind. Let's go to kindergarten and see how they handle it. I wouldn't mind at all. So, I gotta stop not using amazing palettes. But I still have things that I want to do. Like I still have ColourPop palettes that I want to go through. And I'm looking at a Kaja stack that I want to use. Oh my goodness. I want to do more. I want to do more. But I have to do it with what I have. Thank you everybody once again for coming to visit with me and listening to me rant. Please leave me a comment, like my video, and subscribe to my channel. Bientôt.